Welcome to Shadowbringers Skill Spotlight.
And the Glamour section for the machine is up to level 60. So for the head, we're going to start off from the left side and then do the accessories. We have the Pince-nez for the head, the Lucian Prince jacket for the body, again the Lucian Prince fingerless gloves for the hands. Then we have the Expeditioner's Pantalettes for the legs, the number 2 type B boots for the feet, and for the accessories you can find them in the description, and as well the detailed section on the left side of the gear you can find in the description as well. Level 52, we get Auto Crossbow. Delivers an attack with a potency of 180 to all enemies in a cone before you. The cone is very far and very wide. Can only be executed when firearm is overheated. Recast timer cannot be affected by status effects or gear attributes. It is instant cast with a weapon skill global cooldown of a static 1.5 seconds. It does not go up or it does not go down based on your skill speed. Heated Split Shot delivers an attack at the potency of 220. Additional effect increases heat gauge by 5. It is instant cast with a weapon skill global cooldown. At level 56, we get Tactician, reduces damage taken by self and nearby party members by 10%, duration of 15 seconds. Effect cannot be stacked with Bard's Troubadour or Dancer's Shield Samba. It is instant cast with an ability off global of 120 seconds. It is great for stack mechanics and room-wide AoEs. At level 58, we get Drill, baby, drill, baby, drill. Delivers an attack with a potency of 700. This action does not share a recast timer with any other action. It is instant cast with a weapon skill global cooldown. It shares a recast timer with the rest of your global cooldown, and it also has a recast timer, just like a off global cooldown, of 20 seconds or less, depending on your skill speed. And finally, level 60, we get Heated Slug Shot. Delivers an attack with a potency of 100. Combo action: after your Heated Split Shot, it deals 330 potency instead. Increases heat gauge by 5. It is instant cast with a weapon skill global cooldown. So for the single target rotation and so on and so forth, be warned now, I'm going to be cutting some of the imaging and some of the sounds so I don't ruin it for you guys in terms of new weapon skills and abilities that you don't have at this level. Hot Shot into Reassemble, Wildfire, Drill. Go ahead and toss your Ricochet, Gauss Round. Heated Split Shot into Ricochet, Gauss Round again. Heated Slug Shot into the Clean Shot. Go ahead and just renew the single target rotation. Continue down the same segment until you are able to use the drill all over again. Rinse and repeat. So the AoE opener is pretty identical to 50. The only thing that I would change is the drill priority. And of course, if you have a reassemble, then of course it tosses into the drill itself. So drill does 700 potency. Your spread shot does 180. You're hitting 3 targets or less, you want to be using drill because 180 times 3 I believe is 540, and that's less than drill. If you're hitting 4 targets or more, you're going to be doing 720 potency with your spread shot, so you kind of see where the damage priority kicks in. So 3 targets or less, you're going to be using that drill along with a reassemble. So let's go ahead and do that, and then just go ahead and spam your spread shot afterwards. And of course, if you have 4 or more targets, you're going to completely ignore the drill. Use your reassemble on the spread shot instead. Single target hypercharge sequence. It's a weapon skill into your Wildfire, Hypercharge, Heat Blast into Ricochet, Heat Blast, Gauze Round, Heat Blast, Ricochet, Heat Blast, Gauze Round, Heat Blast. That should be 5 into your weapon skill rotation. Again, rinse and repeat. Spread shot into reassemble, depending on how many targets you have, a drill or a spread shot again. Wildfire into hypercharge, auto crossbow, ricochet, auto crossbow, gauze round, 3 more auto crossbows into the final spread shot. Hello everyone, this is going to be the Lost City of Amdapor Hard. This is a Machinist up to level 60 dungeon example. And as well, like the previous one, I run these with the FC members. I try to get them to do stuff while I kind of run through content. And I'm running with Isaria Tamarin, if I get your name correctly. So switching between AoE and a single target comes with a given. Here I can just swap between AoE and a single target through my Hypercharge to basically evaluate how many targets I'm hitting with it. So we're going down the slopes, and I'm just trying to do AoE as much as possible, watching the drill bits. Depending on how many targets I'm hitting, I may as well swap. So I had about 3 targets to hit there. I was just going to use the drill bit that time. Here I'm obviously over 3 targets, so I'm not going to use the drill bit here. And if I do, I apologize. I'm not exactly the best, especially when I run through dungeon content. Here I shouldn't have used the drill bit, but you kind of get the idea. If it's 3 or less targets, you use the drill. If you get 4 or more, just completely ignore it. Machinist being a hyper carry DPS really doesn't have a whole lot in terms of raid utility, especially this early on. And the reason behind me not really playing a whole lot of Machinist is I'm not exactly a Machinist player. It is very fun, it is very hyper carry-y late game once you have a whole mess load of trinkets and bonus abilities and such. But it is kind of plausible, to say the least, that it is definitely a quote-unquote DPS, for sure. Machinist and Bard are definitely differences beyond a large scope, and they can be severely distinguished by basically one being hyper defensive and supportive and the other one just basically full-on DPS. The drill bit does quite a bit of damage, and you can immediately burst quite a bit of damage early on with it. That's something that Bard does not have in comparison of the two, but let's just jump into the Machinist and completely forget about Bard here. So the single target rotation for Machinist basically involves around you just tossing weapon skills into off globals and immediately bursting down a single target. And after that, you're going to just burn through as much weapon skills as you're able to before you're able to actually use your Hypercharge. Later on, we're going to be able to use that Hypercharge immediately, but it kind of comes with the cost of you basically having a good reaction time to press things quickly, but for now it's pretty simple. So we should be up against a boss here real soon. I had to actually do a couple of editing sequences, and I didn't want to do too much because I actually, when I finished the original video, this is take 5 I believe, when I finished the original video, it was actually roughly 8.5 minutes, and I tend to just stick to 10 minutes, mostly so I can get the video monetization from the YouTube client itself. If it's less than 10 minutes, I don't get any commercials, honestly, and if I do get commercials, they are very minimal. And the very minimal thing that I want for this kind of segment is to actually have some sort of reward of sorts after putting nearly 7 hours into this. Anyways, it's pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward. The DPS rotation should be in the description if you need it. If not, just go ahead and toss your drill after or before the assembly. The drill is basically most of the damage that you'll be doing, and after that it's basically just segments of mini games, which is basically Machinist in a nutshell. One mini game after another. So we're just focusing on the core here. The drill makes short work of pretty much everything that you're going to find in any kind of content up to level 70, but for now we're focusing on 60. And again, this has been a post commentary. I think this kind of alleviates the sibilance that I always keep having issues with.
Hello world, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe here. You can also donate if you're interested in supporting the channel. There's some more content for you to watch on the right side. If you're interested in joining my FC, the Tempest Talons, the info is in the top left. I'm mostly taking invites from my YouTube channel subs. And as always, y'all take care and good luck out there.